There are a lot of changes in the beef industry these days, one of which is the Choice Select spread. We have more in this week's Market Watch.
Market Watch, brought to you by Fort Dodge Animal Health.
Joining me today is Dwayne Lenz, Manager of Analytical Services for CattleFax. Thanks for coming by today, Dwayne.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. Thanks for having me.
You bet. We hear a lot about the Choice Select spread these days. Can you tell us what is the Choice Select spread and what factors are impacting it?
Oh, you bet. Simply put, the Choice Select spread is the price difference between choice carcasses and select carcasses. Now, it gets a little bit more complicated than that, of course. You know, we feed the cattle, fed steers, fed heifers. They're brought in, harvested at Great Old Stamp and Prime Choice Select Standard, with the bulk of those cattle being graded Choice or Select. Then they're put into boxes and moved as Choice product or Select product. But it all comes back to whether that cattle or the head of cattle, the fed steer, or the fed heifer grades Choice, grades Select. So it's just the difference between those two grades of cattle.
Well, a lot of people talk about it, Dwayne. Why is it important, or why do people want to track the Choice Select spread over time?
We have to remember that over half the cattle now are sold on a carcass basis or in the meat. So for those people who are watching it, if you get a spread that's really wide, say $10, you sell on the grid, your base price is $1.30 on that grid. If you're discounted $10 on the Select carcass, for instance, every Choice carcass you can produce is worth $10 a hundredweight carcass base more. So that means if it's a 700-pound carcass, that's $70 a head in your pocket if you can produce that choice grading carcass.
What factors are affecting, typically the Choice Select spread?
Well, just like a lot of things, supply and demand.
Yeah.
You know, if you get into a time period like in the spring, where you have a lot of calves coming into the mix, they don't tend to grade as well. The market starts to cry out for more Choice product, and that will tend to widen out the grade. In the winter, for instance, the spread will tend to narrow up. If you're having a chuck roast for your Sunday dinner, you really don't care if that's Choice or Select at that point in time. You know, and that's the other thing, it's the demand. Springtime, you come out there, the grill opens up, you go put your T-bone, your ribeye on it, and all things being equal, people want a Choice piece of product rather than a Select product that time.
So look into your crystal ball and tell us what this looks like for the year ahead. What can cattle producers expect, and how's that going to impact the fed cattle market?
Yeah, we think it's going to stay narrow. 2 years ago, for instance, the Choice Select spread was averaged $14 a hundredweight. Wow. Last year it went to $6, a good indication of what was going on in the economy and with demand. We think we'll be a little bit better this year, about $7, so coming up a little bit. And we think the fed cattle market is going to reflect how it moves during the course of the year. Now that spread should widen out this spring as we get into some of that better demand and we have those less Choice carcasses, so we should see that spread go up maybe to $6, $7, $8. The fed market should follow it. This summer will probably come down and then widen out again this fall. In fact, this fall we may have the widest Choice Select spread of the year. It could get up to $10 plus.
Wow. And
I would bet you that's when we put in our highs in the fed cattle market as well.
Great. Thanks for joining us today, Dwayne.
Hey, thanks. Appreciate being here.
For more information on the Choice Select spread and for market analysis, visit cattlefax.com.